On March 31st, 2019, Los Angeles lost more than a rapper. It lost a businessman, a father, a dreamer, a man who was trying to rebuild the same neighborhood that raised him. Nipsey Hussle was standing outside his own clothing store, the Marathon Clothing, in South Los Angeles, a place that was supposed to represent hope. But within minutes, that same place became a crime scene. And what made this case even more painful was this. Nipsey was not killed at the height of trouble. He was killed while trying to change things. This is the story of Nipsey Hussle, the man people called Neighborhood Nip, and the murder case that shocked America.
I know some girls snap back like that. That wasn't my journey.
Girl, I didn't get that gift either, but she looked good, huh?
Man, tell her again. Tell her again.
Right? You have no, it's your turn. You have to
Tell her all week. She been killing it. She been making me look better.
Before the fame, before the Grammy nomination, before the tributes from celebrities and political leaders, Nipsey Hussle was Ermias Joseph Asghedom. He was born and raised in Los Angeles. To the world, he became a rapper. But to many people in South LA, he was more than music. He was someone who understood the streets because he came from them. And that is one reason people connected with him so deeply. Nipsey never tried to act like he was perfect. He spoke about his past, his environment, and the choices young men face when they grow up surrounded by poverty, pressure, and survival. But what made his story different was that he did not want to stay stuck in that story. He wanted ownership. He wanted business. He wanted young people in his neighborhood to see another path. The Marathon Clothing Store became a symbol. It was not just a shop where people bought clothes. It was a statement. It said, "We can own property here. We can build here. We can hire here. We can create something from the same blocks people usually only talk about in crime stories." That is why his death hurt so many people. Because Nipsey represented possibility.
Nip, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marathon.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Shit. Nigga. Fuck this. Nigga.
By 2018 and 2019, Nipsey was entering a new chapter. His album Victory Lap had earned major respect and a Grammy nomination. He was not the loudest celebrity in the room, but he had a calm confidence that made people listen. He was known for speaking about ownership, discipline, patience, and building long-term wealth. Fans did not only quote his lyrics, they quoted his mindset. People saw him as someone who was still connected to his neighborhood, even after becoming famous. He could be around celebrities, then go back to Crenshaw and talk to regular people. That balance made him different. He was not just selling success. He was trying to bring success back home. After his death, the reaction was massive. Fans called him a legend. Artists called him a real one. Community members said he gave people hope. Former President Barack Obama sent a letter to his memorial, saying Nipsey saw hope in his community and chose to invest in it. That statement became one of the most repeated tributes after his passing. Lauren London, his partner, spoke of him with deep love and grief. To many fans, their relationship represented loyalty, family, and a love story interrupted by violence. Snoop Dogg, Stevie Wonder, and many others honored him publicly. But one of the strongest things people said was simple: the work.
This the G's shit he ever did. They was doing Straight Outta Compton movie, right? So Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, all them niggas calling me. Man, we trying to get Nip to play you in Straight Outta Compton. He ain't getting back to us. All right, let me holler at the I hit him up, Nip. Let me holler at you, pull up on me. He come over to the spot. Good, they want you to play me in the Straight Outta Compton movie. I'm happy as a motherfucker to tell him. He like, no disrespect, big homie, but I can't play you in the movie because then people gonna just know me for being you. I gotta be me. And that's with all due respect. I was like, damn, that was gangster, motherfucker. I called him and I said, good, y'all gotta go find somebody else. Good.
Nipsey Hussle, his death, like how has that infected you or impacted you as a man, as a father, and someone very impactful in the industry?
I can't show fake love. I don't know him, but God bless his family, I guess.
We had a saying where we would be like, peace, be safe. But then we heard Nipsey say, stay dangerous. And I never understood it. But then when I finally understood it, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Stay dangerous. Because when you are, you're aware. If you're part of the danger, you can see the danger around you as well. You have to stay dangerous. Because if we're not, we're going to get caught unaware. And then we're just a pawn being used. When you carry yourself like a king, you will be.
Sunday, March 31st, 2019. Nipsey Hussle was outside the Marathon clothing store. According to reports, he was there without the kind of heavy security people might expect from a famous rapper. 2 other men were also shot during the attack, but survived. For people watching from outside, the first headlines were confusing and horrifying. Nipsey Hussle shot. Nipsey Hussle rushed to hospital. Then the confirmation came. Nipsey Hussle was dead. He was only 33 years old. One of the most painful details came out shortly after his death. Nipsey had reportedly been scheduled to meet with Los Angeles police officials to talk about ways to reduce gang violence and help young people. Think about that. A man who grew up around the realities of street life was trying to help stop the next generation from being swallowed by it. And before that meeting could happen, he was killed. That is why many people felt his death was bigger than celebrity news. It felt like a future had been stolen. Not just his future, but the future of everything he was trying to build. Police identified Eric Holder Jr. as the suspect. Reports from the trial said the shooting followed a brief conversation connected to rumors about snitching. Prosecutors described the conversation before the shooting as calm, but what followed was violent and fatal. This part of the story is important, but it should not become the whole story. Because if the video focuses only on the shooter, it gives the wrong person the spotlight. The deeper story is not just who pulled the trigger. It is what America lost when Nipsey died. The investigation moved quickly. Surveillance, witness accounts, and police work led authorities to Holder. He was arrested and later charged. For Nipsey's fans, the arrest brought some relief, but not peace, because no arrest could undo what happened. Murals began appearing across Los Angeles. Crowds gathered outside the store. People left candles, flowers, jerseys, and handwritten notes. Some people cried like they had lost a family member. That is the power Nipsey had. He made strangers feel like they knew him. In 2022, Eric Holder Jr. was found guilty of first-degree murder in the killing of Nipsey Hussle. He was also convicted of charges connected to the 2 other men who were wounded. In 2023, he was sentenced to 60 years to life in prison. For many people, the sentence felt like justice, but it was not closure, because justice can punish a killer, but it cannot bring back a father. It cannot bring back a son. It cannot bring back the man standing outside his own store, still building, still dreaming, still trying to show his community another way.
Once he gets to state prison, he's a target. There's a green light on him from all the gangs, all the people that love Nipsey Hussle. And so his life in prison is going to be hell. for as long as it lasts.